Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep. My name is Naveen, and today we will be looking at how to attempt CAT Quant questions. And this is for aspirants who are going to write CAT next month. We have exactly 37 days to go for the exam, isn't it? So it is very important that you should know the tricks or the the tricks and the formula that are required in order to solve questions faster. So what we'll be doing today is we'll be looking at some of the questions from actual CAT exam, and we will see what are the different ways by which we can actually solve the questions. I hope those will help you solve the questions faster. You will get to learn new approaches. So the first thing first, what are the important parts that are required to attempt quant questions? So how I solve it, okay? Being 100 percentiler, I think when I say that, this is the approach that I follow, I believe that, most of you would agree, ki fine, theek hai, chalo, because he gets 100 percentile in quant and not once, but more than that. So, kuch to aata hoga isko, hai na? So, whenever I look at the question, the first thing that I do is I evaluate. Okay, and my evaluation or my perception of a question, it comes with a lot of revision, with a lot of question solving, problem solving. So if I have solved, let's say 500 600 questions based on percentages, that was good enough for me to understand what is the level of a question, what should be the formula used, should I go by the options, and so on and so forth. So understanding the question, किस topic से है, what should be the approach, right? ये सारी चीजें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाती है. So the selection and rejection, they both are important. Actually, rejecting a question is more important than selecting a question. So you look at a question and you should be like, करे कि नहीं करे? And it doesn't matter whether you have solved 10 questions earlier already out of 10, or if you have solved 0 questions out of 10 so far. Doesn't matter. There should be no pressure as to I have seen a question to solve करना ही है. ये जो ego and not letting go of things वाला attitude है ना, that will be very very problematic for us in exams. In competitive exams, you have to let go of the things very quickly. ये नहीं कि 5 मिनट सोच रहे हैं फिर decide कर रहे हैं, नहीं. You look at a question and then you should be like, okay, let's let it go. Okay. So selection and rejection is important aspect. So what I do is I understand the topic it is from, then I understand the subtopic it is from. I'll give you examples of this. And then is there any identity or formula that it is going to use? Or does it have a trick to such a question, right? Is there any assumption that I can do, right? Or I have to use options. ये तरीके हैं solve करने के. If I am able to identify the topic and subtopic, and then the identity, the formula to be used, or trick, assumption or options to be used. When I say identity or formula, as in I'm saying कि मेरे को equation बना के solve करने का. So if I can solve a question using trick, assumption or options, I will categorize that as easy. And if I know that this identity or formula is going to be used, I will consider that to be moderate. और इसके अलावा जितना भी है वो सारा रिजेक्शन में जाएगा. Everything else will go under the category of rejection. As in, I will be sure I will not be doing question number 1, I will not be doing question number 2, I will not be doing question number 4, right? Suppose if I'm attempting a mock or an exam, so this is how I'm going to write it down. So I will, on the rough sheet, I will first of all write down the questions that I'm about to solve. And I have to be very, very strict with myself. I have to be very disciplined. When I say I am not going to solve question number 1, 2 and 4, I will not even go and check it. पर वो 1 to 4 solve करना है नहीं करना, how are we going to decide that? ये कारण है. Suppose this is the question that we have. Looking at this, I see some value to the power minus some value to the power, and the question is not about remainders. The question is about points. So this is a topic algebra. And algebra mein there is a range, so this is a question based on maximum minimum. Now, looking at the options and looking at the type of question that has been asked, I'm pretty sure कि option से तो नहीं होएगा. There is no identity or a formula that I'm aware of. So, एक ही तरीका हो जाता है, assumption. So I will assume, I will find some pattern and I will try to solve it. But if you are not comfortable with it, छोड़ दो, let it go. Okay. Move over to the next question. What is the least number that must be subtracted so that the remainder when divided by this? So in my mind, I'm thinking that this is the topic numbers, and within numbers, this subtopic is question based on remainders. How do I know? यहाँ लिखा हुआ है. Question में mention होने के बाद फिर क्या चीज का दिक्कत है, right? Next, we need to subtract so that when divided by this, it gives a remainder 4. So can I say I will use options? So मैं options से solve करूँगा. You can see that I haven't used equation वाला कोई भी logic अभी तक. Third, sum is given, this is equal to. This is a fraction वाला part, and you may treat this as a ratio का question, you may treat this as algebra का question, depending upon how you have, I mean, where, in which topic you guys may have done this. Generally, majority of you must have done it under algebra. This is a question based on maxima minima again, अगर आपको पता है. And how do we solve it? Assumption. Assume करोगे आप values. ठीक है. Next question, if a number is divisible by 8 and 9, the respective values of A and B will be. So this is a question from the topic numbers, and within numbers, this is about divisibility rule, right? Because remainder word nahi hai. So how will I solve it? I will solve it using options. So this is how, once you read a question, you should be able to figure it out. पर ये कैसे होगा? Syllabus is so vast. How will you able to identify it? Like I said, it will all come with experience. As in, you must have done similar questions before. If this type of number where some digits are missing is divisible by 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, वगैरह वगैरह, then what is that? What is or are those missing digit or digits? तो ऐसे questions करें तो ये वैसा ही question है. The divisor may be different, the numbers may be different, but logic तो वही लगेगा, right? So let's look at only these first 4 questions, and फिर हम आगे बढ़ेंगे. So the first question, let's forget about कि we already know the answer as of now. If R is given this, then what will be the value of R? So you can see that the values are huge. 30 का power 65, मेरे को नहीं पता क्या है. 30 का power 65 छोड़ दो आप, मेरे को 3 का power 6 नहीं पता. I don't know what 3 to the power 6 is. How will I solve it? So you will look at the question part and you will see a pattern. The pattern is, if I consider 29 as n, then 30 will be n plus 1. If I take the power as p here, the power is p, this is a minus. So I'm kind of generalizing it. The denominator again has n plus 1 and n here, but there is a plus sign and the power is 1 less. So what I will do is I'll take these to be p, I'll take these to be p plus 1. So I hope you guys will agree that this is the generalization of that. कोई formula नहीं लगाया मैंने. Instead of 30, I have written n plus 1, so 29 becomes n. And instead of 65, I have written that as p plus 1, such that 64 becomes p. Now, what I will do is, I will take a value of n and p जो मेरे औकात में है solve करने के. Okay? So, I will consider the value of n to be 2, and I will consider the value of, ठीक है, 2, and we consider the value of p to be 2 also. इतना काफी है. So if n is 2, this becomes 3. 3 cube minus 2 cube divided by 3 square plus 2 square. So this is 27 minus 8 divided by 9 plus 4. So this is going to be 19 by 13. 19 by 13 is more than 1. This is also more than 1. If you are not sure about this, you will have to take some other value for n and p. Check करने के लिए. So if I take n is equal to 3 and let's say p is still 2. So if n is equal to 3, this will give us 4 cube minus 3 cube divided by 4 square plus 2 square, which is going to give us 64 minus 27 divided by 16 plus 4. So this is going to result in 37 by 20. This is also greater than 1. So it's like stereotyping. Mathematical induction laga raha hai कि if it works for this, it works for the next, it will work every time. Right? We will only consider, or we will only take up that a project that I'm capable to do. If a project is huge, I will break it into small parts and attempt. So D is our answer. Second question, what is the least number that must be subtracted from this so that the remainder when divided by 7, 12 and 16 is 4? So 1856 में से using the options, since the question says least number, so the least number is 137. So from 1856, if I subtract 137, I will be left with 1719. Now when I divide this by 7, will I get a remainder of 4? I don't know. I will have to divide it and check. If I divide it by 12, will I get the remainder as 4? Definitely not. 12 के टेबल में अगर आप जाओगे तो even आएगा. Odd number minus even number will not result in an even number. So 137 is not the answer. The next number is 140. So I will take 1856 and subtract 140 from there. So this will result in 1716. Now I will try to divide this by 7. If I divide this by 7, normal basic division chahiye, right? So 7 into 2, 14, 31, 7 into 4, 28, 36, 7 into 5, 35 and 1. So ye 4 to nahi de raha. So 140 is also gone. Then I'll take the next smallest number, which is 1856 minus 172. So this will result in 1684. Now I'll divide 1684 by 7. So this will give us a remainder of 14, 28, 4. If I take 1684 and divide it by 12, so 1248 remainder will be 4. If I divide 1684 by 16, so 1680 remainder is 4. So D is our answer. Yes, Darshan, algebra and arithmetic is more than enough. Hi Ajay, hi Sonali, Santosh, Priyanshi. Sorry, if you are able to do 12 to 13 questions in quants with 90% accuracy, that is going to be 10 to 11 questions correct, right? Suppose even if the remaining questions which are not correct, if those will carry negative marking, I think you will fetch 97-98 percentile आराम से. ठीक है? So you shouldn't be like कि मेरे को 20 attempt करना 100% accuracy. That is actually very, very difficult. Okay, especially if you did not have a proper maths background till date. Break होने पे भी maths is something that people they tend to forget. So 11-12 questions with 90% accuracy or 15 questions with 80% accuracy is nice. 30 marks के आसपास 27 to 30 marks will fetch you a 97-98 percentile आराम से. ठीक है? Question number 3 now. If a plus b plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, c are not same, then this is equal to assumption. I'm going to assume certain values of a, b, c. मैं a को 0 ले लूंगा, b को 1 ले लूंगा और c को -1 ले लूंगा. Perfect, makes sense. So we will have 0 square by anything, ये तो 0 ही होगा, plus b square by 2b square plus ac will be -1, plus c square by 2c square plus ab. So this results in 0 plus 1 plus 1/3. Oh, sorry, a is 0 now. If a is 0, देखो, silly mistake. Thankfully, none of the options were matching. So b into c will be -1. And we get b square by 2b square plus ac. So this will be 0. 2b square. सॉरी, मैंने पहले वाले फ्रैक्शन से ही गड़बड़ कर दिया. a square is 0 divided by 0 plus minus 1 plus 1 divided by 2 into 1 plus 0 plus 1 divided by 2 into 1 plus 0. So this results in 0 plus half, that will result in 1. If I put ABC as 0, 1 and minus 1, this will result in a 0 and not 1. So D भी answer नहीं हो सकता. So this is the answer, right? Plain assumption of the values. They have given us certain conditions, we'll follow them. मेरे को मन करेगा मैं नहीं भी follow करूँगा. Fourth question. If this huge number is divisible by 8 and 9, the respective values of A and B will be. See, this question has none of these. Normally, what I have seen over the years, and I've been writing CAT for almost a decade now, none of these is rarely the answer. So you can completely say कि ये question easier है because you have only 3 options to select from. None of these नहीं होता है generally. Generally, it may backfire, but none of these के चक्कर में sometimes we have to solve the entire thing, which is way more time consuming rather than to actually gamble कि none of these नहीं है, चलो अब बाकी में try कर लेते हैं. Now, if a number is divisible by 8, its last 3 digits should be divisible by 8. So the value of B, looking at the first option, is 968, 960 and 968. Which one is going to be divisible by 8? 968 is also divisible, 960 is also divisible, 968 is also divisible. तीनों ही सही options हैं. So 8 did not help. Let's check out 9. For 9, we would need sum of the digits. Now for when the sum of the digits, we will not add all the digits. We will first of all get rid of the digits or digit which gives 9 or adds up to give you 9. जैसे ये 9 हटा दो आप, ये 9 हटा दो. 6 plus 4 plus 8, this is 18, ये भी हटा दो. 7 plus 7, 14, 14 plus 5 is 19, 18 हट गया 1. So we get 1 plus A plus B should be 9 or 18 and so on. It can't be 0 क्योंकि 1 already है. If I take 7 and 8, it will not give us 9 nor 18. If I take 8 and 0, it will give me a 9. If I take 5 and 8, it will not give me that. So B mark करके आगे बढ़ जाऊंगा. Even though let's say the answer is D, but still I will not gamble with the time. Time सबसे important है question solve करने से ज़्यादा. So B is the answer, right? So this is how we are going to proceed with every question we will be doing from now on henceforth. Assumption, options, और तीसरा क्या था? How did I forget? Either you assume okay, brute force is also one approach, but trick. So brute, trick, assumption, options, these are the 3 approaches. We have been solving all the questions using assumptions and options. देखते हैं कि tricks वगैरह भी है कि नहीं. Okay, first, if n is equal to 1 plus x, where x is the product of 4 consecutive positive integers, then which of the following is a true? So what I will do is I will assume, assumption लगाऊंगा. Assumption क्या होगा? As in मैं values put कर रहा हूँ. X is the product of 4 consecutive integers. So let's say x is 1 into 2 into 3 into 4, which will result in 24. So n will be 1 plus 24, which will give you 25. N is odd, it is. N is prime, no. N is a perfect square, it is. Next value of x, 2 into 3 into 4 into 5, which is 120. So n will be 1 plus 120, which will result in 121. So 121 is odd, 121 is a perfect square. तो second नहीं है तो B तो हटा दो. एक और चेक कर लेते हैं. 3 into 4 into 5 into 6. So this is going to give us 360. So n is 1 plus 360, which will result in 361. 361 is odd as well as perfect square. I believe this is good enough for us to mark option D. This is gamble guys, but जितने कम टाइम हम सॉल्व कर रहे हैं इसका एक्चुअल प्रोसेस इज गोइंग टू बी वेरी लेंथी. 7-8 मिनट्स का सॉल्यूशन है ये. You'll have to solve by quadratic, won't be easy, right? तो ये मच बेटर है कि वर्स्ट केस में क्या होगा, एक गड़बड़ होने के चांसेस है, होगा तो देखा जाएगा. ऐसे भी कौन से सारे सही होने हमसे. नेक्स्ट, दिस इज ऑप्शंस, क्योंकि इसकी वैल्यू अज्यूम तो कर नहीं सकते. सो कैन वी से वी विल हैव x इज इक्वल टू √4 जो कि 2 होता है. So if I have x is equal to √4 plus some number, this will be more than 2. बस पहला ऑप्शन 3 है. This may be the answer. √13 is 3 point something. 3 point something minus 1 is 2 point something. By 2 will be 1 point something. Next one is √13 plus 1 by 2. So this is 3 point something plus 1 divided by 2. 4 point something by 2 will give us 2 point something. And √13 is 3 point something. So from here we are pretty sure that D or B तो answer नहीं है. Now the question arises, is it A or is it C? A is easier to put. So I will use this option to put it over here. So if this is 3, and if you guys have solved questions like these, you will realize कि ये भी 3 होना चाहिए. As in your LHS should be equal to RHS. Because if this pattern is 3, this is also 3. Let's see if it is or not. √4 minus 3 is going to give us 1. And 1 ka square root is 1. So this is √5. It turns out they are not same. So A is gone. C is our answer. Much better than to square it, move it to the other side, again square it. आपको by quadratic मिलेगा. 4th order का polynomial. Very difficult to solve. Options. Question number 7. If x, y, z are odd integers, then which of the following is necessarily false? So we have these cases. So we will assume values. Assumptions ले लो आप. X, Y, Z are odd integers. So let's take them as 1, 3 and 5. So 1 into 3 into 5 is odd. It is odd. This is true. हमें तो false चाहिए. तो A option नहीं है. X minus Y. Which one is X? Which one is Y? None of our concern. So आप 1 minus 3 करो या 3 minus 1. Doesn't matter. So 1 minus 3 into 5 will give us minus 10. This is even. I hope you guys are aware that minus 2, minus 4, minus 6 ये सारे even होते हैं. 0 भी even होता है. X minus Y, Z plus Y, X is even. 1 minus 3 into 1. Sorry. 3 plus 5. This is equal to minus 2 into 8 minus 16. It is even. ये सारे ट्रू चल रहे हैं, सब सच बात है. सो डी इज द आंसर. डोंट इवन हैव टू चेक इट कि वो सच बोल रहा है कि नहीं. इफ 3 ऑप्शंस आर करेक्ट, देन ऑब्वियसली वन हैज टू बी फॉल्स, राइट? अच्छा हाँ, ऑल्सो आई शुड हैव टोल्ड यू द टॉपिक्स एज वेल. सो आई मिस द टॉपिक्स स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 5. 5th वाले का द टॉपिक इज नंबर्स. And this is a simple concept of perfect square, odd, even, prime. यही सब है ना, options में यही है, तो यही check करना है. As in it should click that what are the concepts or the definitions or patterns related to perfect squares, odd, prime. ये ध्यान में आना चाहिए the moment you know the subtopic. This is a question from algebra. And within algebra, this is a question related to surds, क्योंकि square root दिख रहा है, right? Question number 7. This is a question based on numbers. How do I know numbers? Integers, whole number, natural numbers, ये सब numbers topic में आता है. And since we are talking about odd even, तो odd even का logic लगाओगे आप. Difference of any two odd numbers is always even, so these two made sense. Product of only odd numbers is always odd, तो ये भी true है. Okay, next question. Number S is obtained by squaring the sum of the digits of two number D. If difference is this, then the 2-digit number is. So this is a question on numbers. or algebra, depending upon how you guys treat some questions. And this is about 2-digit number. Why I said algebra, reason being कि ये आपका variable होगा, right? 10x plus y करके कुछ ऐसा लिखोगे. But here I'm not going to do that. Since the question asked is 2-digit number, I will be using the options का logic. So the 2-digit number D is 24. S is obtained by squaring the sum of the digits. Sum of the digits ka square, which is 36. Is the difference 27? Nope. 54 is D, so S will be 5 plus 4 ka whole square, which is 9 ka square, which is 20, sorry, 9 ka square is 81. So is this the gap of 27? Yes, it is. टिक कर लो. दुनिया में 10 नंबर्स नहीं होंगे जिसको फॉलो करेंगे, और होंगे भी तो ऑप्शन में एक ही देंगे ना. Why will CAT or any exam will give you 2 correct options where you can only mark 1? That will be too stupid of them, isn't it? So the moment you get one option as the correct one, stop, don't check ahead. So B is the answer. Question number 9 looks a lengthy one. 3 friends returning from a movie stopped to eat at a restaurant. After a dinner, they paid their bill and noticed a bowl of mints at the front corner. Sita took 1/3 of the mints but returned 4 because she had a momentary pang of guilt. Fatima then took 1/4 of what was left but returned 3 for similar reasons. Aishwari then took half of the remainder but threw 2 back into the bowl. The bowl had only 17 mints left when the raid was over. How many mints were originally in the bowl? So, this is a question based on ratios or algebra, again, depending upon how you begin. If you are taking fractions as ratios, it's a ratio-based question. If you're assuming equations and variables, it's algebra. And how are we going to use this? I mean, क्या logic लगाएंगे हम? Options लगाएंगे. Why we will be using options? Because question asked is, how many mints were originally in the bowl? Now, some of you guys must be thinking that I may have made changes in the question, or I may have... I mean, these are not CAT questions. These are actually CAT questions, actual. इतने आसान questions भी आते हैं जहां पर बच्चे का दिमाग में चलता है क्वेश्चन देखा इक्वेशन बनाने हैं. I have to assume some variables because that's what we are used to. I'm saying no, you don't. Let's start with the options. Suppose the total number of mints were 38. Sita can't take 1/3 of the mints, so A gone. 31 can't take 1/3. 41 can't take 1/3. कितना टाइम लगा? 7, 8, 10 seconds. 1/3 के लिए the number should already be a number in the multiple of 3, isn't it? तो नहीं हो सकता. Next question. If n is a number such that this happens and x is equal to this, then satisfy. So this is a question based on algebra, and within algebra, this is a question based on search. How am I going to use this? I am going to assume values. How am I going to assume values? मैं इधर को given है ना, मैं इधर से value उठा लूँगा. Now n should lie from 36 to 72 such that this satisfies. So what I will do is, looking at the options, can I say I need n a number such that उसका square root आसानी से हो सके? So I will take n is equal to 36. So that my question becomes 36 square plus 2 times 6 into 36 plus 4 plus 16 divided by 36 plus 4 times 6 plus 4. So this is 36 square. I'm not going to solve 36 square. Plus 12 into 40 plus 16 divided by 36 plus 24 plus 4. Now 36 square is actually nothing but 9 into 9 into 4 into 4. क्यों? 36 is 9 into 4. 36 square will be 9 into 4 into 9 into 4. तो मैंने इसको ऐसे लिख दिया. Plus 12 into 40 plus 4 into 4 divided by 9 into 4 plus 6 into 4 plus 4. Why I did this was so that you guys can see I'm going to get rid of a 4. सब जगह 4 है. So this will result in 9 into 9 into 4 plus 12 into 10 plus 4 whole divided by 9 plus 6 plus 1. Now if you look at the denominator, this is again 16. And if this is 16, this can be written as 4 into 4. So that means I need to get rid of one more 4. एक और 4 हटा दो आप. So I get 9 into 9 into 3 plus, sorry, 9 into 9, देखो अभी mistake हो जाता, plus 3 into 10 plus 1 divided by 1 4. This is 81 plus 31 divided by 4, which will give us 112 by 4, which is 28. So from here, can we say that x is going to be 28 onwards? So D. If you pay attention, you will realize that C is a superset of D. As in C अगर select करोगे तो D भी select हो जाता है ना? So you have to consider a particular range which is the closest or which gives you the perfect range. मतलब perfect. When I say x is greater than 25, it means x can be 26 also. मैं बोल रहा हूँ नहीं हो सकता x 26. x 28 तो होगा ही होगा minimum. So this is where it makes sense. So D is our answer. Not a coincidence. AC is 0. Siddharth, AC is 0. Which one were you saying? I just saw the chat. Where was AC? Did you? Acha, the mistake that I was making here, AC was supposed to be 0, but by mistake, when I said this was 0, मैंने इधर में ना फिर से इसको check नहीं करा. I considered that to be 1 or minus 1, I believe. So that was the mistake I did. Ronnie, whenever a customer makes an online play, if she makes a master by M% in order to make profit of what MNP and P, which of the following is not a possible value of M. Okay, Ronnie has a question. I will take care of that. Okay. So Ronnie has this question. If a trader, sorry. So Judy gives a discount percentage of 15%. And a customer makes an online payment. If she marks up the price of an article by M%, so markup percentage is M%, and profit percentage is P%. So मेरे को यहाँ पूरा word लिख देना चाहिए, नहीं तो some of you would be confused कि what is M% is equal to M%. So I should write the entire word here. So this is discount, this is markup, and this is profit. Where M and P are integers and P is less than, M and P are integers and P is less than 100. Then which of the following is not a possible value of M? Okay, options are, obviously Ronnie, I will prefer options here क्योंकि इस तरह से infinite possibilities है. The options are 20, 40, 50 and 60. Okay, Ronnie? So this is how I'm going to solve. I'll be using options. I hope you know that multiplying factor of profit percentage is equal to multiplying factor of markup percentage into multiplying factor of discount percentage. है ना? So I'll use options और ये P की value है ना? So suppose profit is 20%. So I'll write 1.2 is equal to some multiplying factor into 0.85. अगर आप यहां से multiplying factor निकालोगे ना markup percentage का रोनी, तो आपको ना ये 1.2 by 0.85 ये आएगा कुछ 1 point something 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 something. This is going to be a non-terminating value which will result in a non-integral value of markup. अगर ये 1.4 है तो 40% मार्कअप है. If it is 1.45, it is 45% markup. If it is 1.453, it's a 45.3% markup. Means आपको जो ये calculation आना चाहिए using the options and the 15% discount से, it should not contain more than 2 decimal places. This is what they are asking you. So 20 doesn't make sense. Next, if I take 40, so I will say 1.4 is equal to multiplying factor of markup percentage into 0.85. So multiplying factor of markup is going to be 1.4 divided by 0.85. ये भी ना, see 85 ना आपका 17 के टेबल में आता है. 17 के टेबल में तो इनमें से कोई नहीं है. Right? 1.5 is equal to, or 1.5 by 0.85. ये भी नहीं आता है. If I take 60%, 1.6 by 0.85, ये भी नहीं आता है. I think the answer should be 70% is the value that is acceptable. हाँ मोहन, according to the options, D says greater than 28. But greater than, see, if D is 28 and if I increase the value of N, which was 36 say more, so D will increase. So can I say D will be definitely less than greater than equal to 28, or D is greater than 28? That's what I said, no? The option which packs all the answers is something that we need to pick. 70% होना चाहिए और आंसर होना चाहिए कि ये चारों ही नहीं है. All these four cannot be the multiplying mark percentage. Sorry, profit percentage. Profit percentage is going to be 70%. देखो इस तरीके से. I'll write it here. If profit percentage is 70%, 1.7 is equal to multiplying factor of markup percentage into 0.85. So this gives you 2 multiplying factor of markup percentage. So this gives you markup percentage equal to 100%. So 1.7 एक acceptable value है. ये चारों ही नहीं हो सकते. So Ronnie, when you said which of the following is not a possible value of M? Okay, sorry, मैंने उल्टा कर दिया. M की वैल्यू गिवन थी, मैंने P समझ लिया. Sorry. ठीक है, चलो, if P was there तो वो हो सकता था. ये भी raise. So it's the value of M that they have given, right? These are the values of M. So 20% markup. 1.2 into 0.85, how much is this? 85 into 12 कितना होता है? 850 plus 170, this will give us 1020. So this will result in 1.02. Perfect. Makes sense? बिल्कुल हो सकता है. 2% profit, 2 is an integer. So 20 is an acceptable value. If I take 1.4 into 0.085, so this will add up another 170. है ना? So this will give us 1.190. So that means 19% profit. Here we had 2% profit. So 40 is also acceptable. If I take 50, 1.5 into 0.085, ये आपका दे देगा 5, 1, 16, 17. Sorry. This is 17. So 1.275, 1.275, which will result in 27.5% profit. This is not an integer, so 50 is not acceptable. So as in the answer is 50. 50 becomes the answer. So question now actually yeah. कि 0.85 into 1.2, 1.4, 1.5 and 1.6. Which one of these will result in 1 point something something something? दो से ज़्यादा decimal places. It's only 50% that will end up. ठीक है? So, people who are new, you can download our app from Google Play. The link to downloading is given in the description as well as in the chat. आप अपना contact number इधर डालो and you can access our app. As in you can unlock the 3 days free trial. You can enroll in our CAT as well as non-CAT 2023 test series. It includes more than 80 mocks, 10,000 practice questions, 3 all India open mocks, detailed mock analysis, video solutions, all of this. You can get up to 90% scholarship for our CAT preparation programs. This exam date is 21st and 11 a.m. which is today. Acha, so this time is over. Okay, and crash course we are going to start from 23rd October at 7 p.m. So everybody please make sure that you join us live for these sessions. We'll be discussing all the, not all the concepts, but the probable questions, section wise, how to improve your score. And this will be on the app, so you will need our app for this. All India Open mock number 4 is going to start from 27th October until 5th of November. So everybody please register for this and attempt the paper. Please do not forget to check out our social media handles. Thank you everyone. Thank you for being here. I'll see you guys.